How does your background in ministry, in faith, in leadership influence your approach to teaching?
Yeah, really great question. So, my understanding of the gospel is that the center of the gospel is love, embodied in the life and teachings of Jesus. And my quick summary for that is 1 John 4:8 says God is love. 1 Peter 4:8 says love covers a multitude of sins. The most distinguishable feature of a disciple, according to Jesus in John 13, is love. The Apostle Paul says of the eternal constructs of our faith, hope, and love, the greatest of those, the one that will endure and last, is love. I could go on, but what that means to me is that Jesus loved people well, which is what transformed people's life as a result of his ministry. And loving people well is transformational. And I think counselors have that to offer. We can encourage and support and connect with clients in transformational ways. And I come from the South. You can see this office decor as evidence of that. Um, and so I would summarize that by saying love, to support and encourage and connect with people at a deep level, is what we do as counselors. And again, that's how I would define love. And so that's a way to win with people, Chuck. Counselors are trained to win with people. And if you can win with people, you can enhance their mental well-being and you can change their lives. And nobody does that better than Jesus. And so as a professor, I want to synthesize my faith with evidence-based practice to help students learn how to really win with people and love people well, as defined by supporting and encouraging and connecting with them in transformational ways. And as a faculty member at Colorado Christian University, I want to support and encourage and connect with my students really well in the same way I conceptualize maybe Jesus coming across as a professor. And so if I can embody that as a faculty member at CCU, and I can live that out in the context of my relationship with students, then they have a template that they can transfer into their clinical work that allows them to uh, be efficacious, as we would say, have great clinical outcomes as providers and as students. The other thing I would say is trained mental health professionals are natural leaders. You know, we understand human patterns of thought and human patterns of behavior and the human condition at a very deep level. And that's what positions mental health professionals to be leaders. And so my conceptualization is that as I am training a student to win with people and be an excellent mental health provider, I am also simultaneously training them to be leaders in their local communities. And I think CCU does a great job of that. And I think we've produced students that have done a great job of that. An example of that would be 3 students that graduated in the last year have gone on to start their own counseling agencies, serve on the boards of local nonprofits here in El Paso County, which is where I'm located, and are having a big impact on mental health in this area because of how they've learned to win with people and how they've learned to understand the human condition and patterns of human thinking and behavior.
When you think about how you or how CCU balances faith with professional agency, how do you navigate that? How do you teach somebody to go out and be a counselor with the biblical views and the Christian perspective? How do you balance that? Because or else you become a Christian counselor agency,
Mhm.
and that that right. Talk me through that. How do you approach that? How do you think about it?
Chuck, great question. So, as a person of faith and a follower of Jesus, I kind of see the process of transformation in people's lives as a sequential step by step journey. And I think there are valuable resources that can be leveraged to help people move from one step to another. And my understanding of the role of a counselor in a person's change journey is that the counselor is kind of the front lines, tip of the spear, so to speak, first responder to a person's change journey. And so, what people really need in the moment of their greatest distress is support encouragement, and connection. Now, embedded within that, I would like to suggest that there are specific theoretical orientations clinicians can use to support, encourage, and connect with clients. There are evidence-based interventions that can be applied in clients' most desperate situations to also support, encourage, and connect with them. And so, as a Christian who provides mental health care, I'm actually leveraging well-established theoretical orientations for clinical mental health care and evidence-based treatment interventions in ways that heal the hurt that stand between people and Jesus. And so if I can remove those barriers of pain and those barriers of maybe what we would call mental illness, I would feel like I'm serving my purpose as a Christian mental health provider. And if Jesus is who I believe him to be, as those barriers are removed, he pursues the hearts of people. So I see my role as a person that removes barriers using well-established theoretical orientation and evidence-based clinical intervention to promote healing. And as healing is promoted, I think people are freed up to pursue their relationship with God.